Hello, hello, hello. Had a really great turnout for the last counseling convos that I did. Thank you for the comments and the dialogue and the liking of that video. Wanted to do another one. I wanted to go over a topic that is very prevalent but is very misunderstood, and it's moral development. I'm going to talk about one theorist and one theory that's out there, that has been out there, and see what your take is, see if it reigns true for you, see where you stand, if it's accurate, if it's reflective in your life, and just what your thoughts are. So here's my thoughts, here's what I know, just to get a consensus of what you all think. So, Kohlberg was a theorist back in the day that developed these 3 stages of moral development. So these 3 stages of moral development, this is how an individual begins to understand the difference between right and wrong, begins to figure out what is okay for them to do, what is not okay for them to do, what limits them from doing certain things in life. The first stage of Kohlberg's moral development is the pre-conventional stage. And this stage basically says, it's very simplistic terms, basically says that you are going to do the thing that is pleasurable, that you're going to not do the thing that's painful. It's this classic conditioning idea of if you slap a child on the hand and say, no, don't do that, that's painful, so they're not going to do that thing. If they're praised, if they are given a treat, if they experience a good thing or they go after a good thing and it turns out well for them, they'll continue to do that thing. So this pre-conventional stage, the first stage, says that we'll do the thing that makes us feel okay or good or is praised, and we won't do the thing if we're slapped or punished or whatever the negative experience is. This is how we operate when we're younger, the first stage. Now the second stage, as we get older, is the conventional stage. The conventional stage states that we begin to frame our decisions and our understandings and our moral development around conformity, the collective community, the collective culture that's around us. What is society choosing? What are the laws? What's the speed limit? We're going to go by the speed limit, because if we don't, if we don't adhere to what's collectively agreed upon, then that's no good. We are not then part of a larger community. Let's see if I parked well. That's good. So that's the middle stage, the conventional stage. Around, as we get older into adolescence, we begin to make decisions based on what is collectively decided, laws and whatnot. Then we move into a third stage. It's the post-conventional stage. And it says that at this stage, you've gone through life operating the way you have, but now you're developing a belief system. Now you're developing values and virtues, and you're rooting and sifting through history to see what has worked in the past, what it hasn't. You're sticking to these large truths that you've found and developed and explored about yourself and the world. And so then you begin to base your decisions in your life and your morality around those things. So it's not based on reward or punishment or consequence. It's not based around what's collectively accepted or believed, but it's bigger than that. It's larger than, it's higher than that. It's this post-conventional stage of belief system and virtue and self-understanding and self-actualization, tapping into a little bit of Maslow's hierarchy of needs there. So those are the 3 stages of Kohlberg's moral development. Where do you feel you stand currently? Are you in a stage where it's, you do things because you're rewarded for them, or you don't do things because you're punished, you're slapped on the wrist for it? Do you base your moral decision making because it's what everyone else is deciding, that it's a collective decision? Or do you base your moral development around a framework of higher understanding, belief system, values, virtues that have been passed along through your family line, or that you found through self-exploration and self-discovery? Where do you stand on those? The first stage, the pre-conventional stage, the conventional stage, or the post-conventional stage, and Kohlberg's stages of moral development? I'd love to know, and I'd love to get your take on it. What do you believe about morality? Where does it come from? What's the source of it? How do you express morality? How do you engage with it, live it out on a day-to-day? Is morality something that changes, or is it something that's universal? Is morality something that you can see in people and they can see in you? Is it evident, or is it more abstract? I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, your comments, and you can write those down below. I'd love to entertain those. I'd love to talk more about them. But that's just what I know about Kohlberg's stages of morality. I can kind of find myself varying and experiencing them at different points in my life, all three sometimes. I'd love to know where you stand, and if you even agree with it at all, or if it's something that you dismiss. Where do you find your morality? Where do you find your source of what is right, what is wrong, what is truth, what is not? For majority of us, if we're all like-minded, those that watch my videos, it's scripture. For others, it might be something else. So I'd love to get a dialogue going on that. Have a great day. I'm heading in, going to see a few more clients today, and I'll see you later.